Hey there everybody, it's Homeless Bill. It's been about 3 months since the release of UI 2.0, so I figured I'd take a quick look at where we're at and take a look at the major areas that need some serious fixing that are hopefully easy wins. Just gonna jump around here, so bear with me. We're gonna go over and take care of skills really quick first. Like always, this has always been a pretty good interface. So I've liked this, it's nice. You can see all your mechs, you expand it, click them, great. Whoop-de-doo. This is what more things should be like. I like this. And here's fine. It'd be really nice if the tooltip did not go away, because there used to be. Let's see if we can find a non-mastered mech here. There we go. This little efficiency multiplier thing should probably still be explained, even when it's already unlocked, but whatever. No real big gripes here. This, I don't really care about modules because apparently they're getting redone, sorted into different categories, and will have different slots or something like that. Whatever, it's good enough, it's workable. No major complaints. Alright, so for the home screen and in general, GXP should be here. There's no reason GXP is not always here. I mean, there's quite literally a space there, and there's so much room. So think about putting that in, guys. It'd be helpful. We're gonna do the mech lab last. So inventory. Inventory is fine. It works for things, but there are two things that we need, that we must have. First is showing equipped things. At least listing them, preferably. I mean, I'd like to know I have, 4 AC-10s equipped, and, it'd be nice. I don't need to see the mechs they're in. It doesn't really matter. Weapons, equipment, not a big enough deal. But it'd be really nice to at least see, quantity 3/5 or something like that. Whatever. Equipment, same thing, although I would move all of the engines out of here and into their own category, like modules. And that is because, like modules, you should be able to see which ones are equipped and what mechs they are on. People need to be able to find engines and modules. It's the two things that people switch around. Anybody that's too lazy to buy weapons for their mechs, too bad. Deal with it. But it'd be really nice, because it's like, I know I own more than 2 modules, but I don't even know, they're not even listed. So it'd be nice if they did it like the skills, where it's sort of a little expandy, clicky thing right here. I click it, and then a sub sort of set comes down here, listing all of the mechs. It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, they've already coded it over here, so I don't see why they can't just do a little bit of copying and pasting. I mean, they can seriously even have it do the thing where, it's the tiles of mechs when it expands. It would be super simple. So that'd be really nice. Next, achievements. Great, they're here. My only complaint about achievements is that there are no ways to sort them. It should be by progress, would particularly be useful, but alphabetical would be another nice one. By ID is the most sensible one to begin with, because putting all the light achievements and medium and heavy and so on and so forth makes sense. But it'd also be nice to be able to see, hey, these are the 15 I haven't done. Just a thought. Statistics, redeem code, or out of client things, testing grounds, and tutorials are just things that I don't really care about. Let's see. Social. I like the icons. I like what they've done here. I don't really have any major complaints. I would do some things differently and make it more flexible, but let's just forget about that. That works well enough now. That there are far more pressing concerns about the client. Briefly, let's take a look at the store. I don't really care about the store, but there is one thing that I do care about. And it's this little interface right here. The only reason that I'll ever come to the store is to buy things in bulk. Let's say I wanted to give PGI some money. Let's say I wanted to buy 300 MC worth of priority artillery strike. Can I do that? one at a time, but I'm not going to sit here and click 3 times for every one of 20 of those. And you do have to click 3 times. This is another complaint that will be recurring in the Mech Lab, is 1, 2, and this should not happen. This should just flash up here. You know, it should show you, some little glow or something. I don't want to click another button. And this is like this in the Mech Lab, and it's the same sort of pain. It's one extra click that really doesn't need to happen at all. There needs to be a number box, or at least like the armor adjuster thing, so I can buy in bulk. There's no point to this even existing if I can't buy in bulk. It'll also be nice to be able to buy anything in here. Weapons in bulk and ammo and what have you. Think about it. It'd be nice. Let's see. I would go over private matches, but that interface is great. I've got maybe 1 or 2 minor complaints, like I think you should be able to hide tonnage, team tonnage, but otherwise it's fine. No reason to adjust anything really. The Mech Lab though, this is where things fall apart, and this is where we need the most help, where half of the game is won, where a lot of us just like spending a lot of time, and it's pretty painful right now. So let's start with this itself. I like the tile view, it's nice. I like how the mechs are together, but then we have problems. Why are trials in my own mechs? I don't own them. They're ugly. They have a different colored button. They just bother me. I shouldn't have to see them in here. They should be owned, purchasable, and trial. And all, for that matter, I suppose. But really, I don't want to see trials in there. Furthermore, it would be really nice if there were additional sorting options, because when I want to play Shadowhawks, I scroll down to my Shadowhawks, but then that one isn't there. I know it's a Phoenix variant, but I don't think of it as any different. It's nice that the hero mechs are up top so you can get your money makers, but it would really be nice to have another sorting option that doesn't do that, especially for things like, the Centurion. I don't think of the champion variant as giving me any bonus whatsoever, so it's, it'd be nice if we could sort these different. Next big problem is down here. I've always complained about this, and it's totally not going to get fixed, but this heat management statistic is it's just such a meaningless number. On a scale from 0 to 2, how heat efficient are you? What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. It'd be so nice if it was like time to overheat, maximum sustained DPS, heat dissipation rate. Hell, it'd be nice if they listed the number of heat sinks here. In fact, that's something Kinetics brought up to me, was that nowhere other than counting in the screen can I find the number of heat sinks I have equipped. It's nowhere. We really should be able to see how many heat sinks we have equipped and or heat dissipation rate. And the mech detail screen is fine, I guess. Doesn't do anything, but it's nice, it's pretty. So, whatever, no complaints. The hover thing has lots of problems. Unfortunately, I can't sort of make my cursor move over there without losing the hover thing, but we'll try this anyways. 2/3 of it is taken up by shit I never look at it. Make that 3/4. The little diamond chart is totally meaningless. It's for random statistics like tonnage, 85 out of 85. Just get rid of that whole thing. It's like the graphs are okay, I guess, but like I never really look at them. They should be shrunk down or made less prominent. Like the information I care about isn't actually here. How many heat sinks do I have on this mech? Who knows? What's my heat dissipation rate? Who knows? What engine do I have in it? Again, I have no clue. All of the information that I care about is not here. Don't know how many jump jets I have equipped. needs to be a useful screen with the information that players actually want and need on it, instead of just, you know, random statistics. Effectively, it would be a big help. You know, I like having the yaw angle and pitch angle charts and things like that there, but they're just not pressing. They're not. So I guess without further ado, we'll go and try to configure something. From the bottom, strip mech, don't know, I'm just going to assume that it works, and whoop-de-doo. Rename mech. This mech's name is not just flaming. It's not how I meant this to work out. This was supposed to be flaming justice, but can't. It's just flaming because of the character limit. So it'd be really nice if we could get that character limit bumped a little bit. Weapon groups, fine, I guess, other than the bug that resets them. But what really needs to happen here is I need to be able to set chain fire. Because I can't set chain fire, I never bother setting weapon groups here. It's like half of what I do has to be done in round anyways, so I just might as well do it all there. So it'd be nice. Cockpit, the interface doesn't bug me so much, but the cockpit items need to be shareable between mechs. I have 60 mechs. I'm going to continue to acquire mechs at a rate far greater than I'm going to acquire, you know, overpriced shit to put in my cockpit. You know, I've got Christmas lights. I've got some fun things, but I don't know where they are. I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to put in modules, you know, let alone cockpit items. I'll buy stuff. I'll customize things out different, you know. I'll buy a disco light if I can put it in like 5 or 10 different mechs. I'll, you know, make some themes or whatever, but I'm not gonna do it for every mech, and I'm not gonna, you know, chase items around. So think about it. If you want more money, make them shareable, because their value will increase exponentially if I can actually use them on stuff. So think about it. Camo spec, I have one complaint, and that's it. You know, the interface could be done a lot of different ways, but this is fine. It works. But the thing that I really don't like is when I click on a color, it resets over to the right side. Stop that. I didn't ask for it to scroll. I don't want this. And then it gets even more disorienting the farther over you go, because I click this, I expect it to be all the way on the right, but there wasn't enough room, so it just went to the next one. It just shouldn't change. I just want to click that. I don't want to change where my view is. It's awkward and disorienting. Please make that stop. And let's see, upgrades. Upgrades is very straightforward. And yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if you could actually show which ones are in direct contention with each other, because right now it's just sort of like a bunch of stuff. But it's not a really pressing issue. It doesn't matter. It's good enough. Modules, again, this terrible, this 3 clicks thing, and it's going to come out in all mech customization, and it's terrible. And I click once. This is something that happens with everything. Anything you don't own, you know, you don't own a PPC, you don't own an engine, you don't own this, you don't own that. It's like, hey, you don't own this. Do you really want to buy this? That needs to go away. It's totally useless because I haven't agreed to check anything out. Most of the things I'm buying are probably going to be new. This is just an extra click that totally doesn't need to be here. You know, if you're going to alert the player that they're buying a bunch of stuff, you should just present them a list at checkout. Like, you bought this many things and it is going to cost this much. You already present the price at checkout. But if you want to do this extra check, it should be, you know, at the end, one time, instead of every single new item, every single module, you know, an extra click that totally doesn't need to be there. You know, between modules and customization, that's like a third of the clicks that you don't need to be there. So then, loadout. I have a lot of reservations about lots of things, but mostly, I mean, I guess list view would probably be the easiest way to fix all of this, but I understand that that's a serious time investment in terms of coding. You know, it's not, you know, a huge job, but it's not a one-day fix either. What would drastically reduce the number of clicks and increase efficiency in this mech lab, that would be a fairly easy win, I assume, is moving these. These sub-filters should be in the filter box that is usually here. This should default to all, and it should show you anything you can equip. So for instance, when I go into the right torso, I've only got a few weapons, a couple of equipment, some ammo. This could all fit on this whole thing right here. This could all be here. And then I could switch from thing to thing easily. Whereas now, you know, I sort of build my mech sequentially, where I put in all the weapons, and then I put in all the heat sinks, and then I put in all the ammo and things like that. And so it's a real pain in the ass when I've got to go, okay, left torso, ammo, right arm, ammo, left arm, ammo, right leg, ammo. You know, it's just so many unnecessary clicks that don't need to happen, when you could have the filter field up there that actually saves between parts. So when you have ammo selected and you move between parts, it stays selected. You know, for something like engines that only the center torso has, when you switch components, it would just default back to the all field, or the whatever is first field. I just feel like there's no need for this extra click. It's just one extra click that does not need to happen and makes customization that much more painful. Hopefully the filter would be an easy win, but, you know, I don't know the intricacies of that whole system. And, you know, otherwise, that's really about it. It would really be just get rid of a couple of those dialogue boxes and get rid of those subcategories on the mech lab would be the biggest wins that you could get easily. It's a lot better than... Oh, one other thing I almost forgot. Play now. Public or private? Public. Select your matches. No. Why are there these two dialogue boxes? Up here, somewhere, in all of this extra space, there should be some sort of, you know, selector for public and private match and which game types. Or, you know, when you select public match, it, you know, brings up a little dialogue there, or whatever. Again, it's just extra clicks. Everything has so many clicks to do anything that don't need to be done. The skills, for instance, same way. You know, I go in here, unlock, okay. You know, I don't need to click that many times, you know, especially when it's already been unlocked. Flash it, make a glow around it, do something to tell me it's happened. I don't want to click okay. I know it's happened. I literally just click 3 times to make it happen. That's the biggest thing I think most players want, is fewer clicks. We just want to be able to do things more efficiently. You know, you're not surprising the user with anything. You know, you're not removing any important checks here. So seriously consider getting rid of some of those clicks, because, man. Otherwise, you know, social's gotten a hell of a lot better than it was. Love the icons on here. And, again, private matches, nailed it. Keep up more of that work. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say on UI 2.0 this time around.